Look, we've all done it. Standing there, brushing your teeth or fixing your hair, when something just feels off about your reflection. Most of us, we laugh it off. Look away, pretend it didn't happen. Turns out, there might be a reason we do that. In 2010, Dr. Giovanni Caputo first documented something disturbing in the scientific journal Perception. His discovery of what he called the strange face in the mirror illusion was so significant that by 2012, he had expanded his research to clinical studies, published in Schizophrenia Research. I'll be honest, I almost didn't write about this. Some things, well, maybe we're better off not knowing. But here we are. The study was deceptively simple. Dr. Caputo took 50 volunteers, put them in rooms with dim lighting, just enough to see their reflections, and had them stare into mirrors. No looking away, no breaking eye contact. 10 minutes, that's it. Just 10 minutes of unbroken eye contact with your own reflection. God, I wish they'd stop there. Hey, real quick. That feeling when a story haunts you, we chase it. If you're still here, you're one of us. Subscribe and hit follow, there are more coming. Now, about those results. The results, that's where this gets under your skin. 66%, that's 2/3 of every participant, watch their own faces transform. Not subtle changes. We're talking about massive deformations of their own features. 28% saw complete strangers staring back. Not just distortions, but unknown faces they'd never seen before. Faces that seemed to know them. Another 28% reported seeing what researchers called archetypal faces, ancient-looking faces, like old women, children, or ancestral figures. Images that seem to come from somewhere deep in our collective consciousness. 18% saw animals. Not human faces with animal features, pure animal faces, like cats, pigs, creatures watching through their own eyes. Like something ancient, recognizing them. But here's the part that haunts me most. 18% saw relatives' faces. Think about that. 8% saw living family members, but 10%, they saw dead relatives, clear as day, staring back through the glass, waiting. Some of these participants, they clammed up during the interviews, never fully explained what those faces tried to tell them. And then there were the monsters. 48%, almost half, reported seeing what they could only describe as monstrous beings. The research paper uses clinical language, but when you read the actual descriptions, these weren't just distortions, not tricks of light or shadow. These were things that, by all rights, shouldn't exist, looking back through their own eyes, like they'd been there the whole time, just waiting to be noticed. I know what you're thinking right now. It's just your mind playing tricks, right? Your brain getting tired from staring too long. That's exactly what the research team thought at first. Hell, that's what I desperately wanted to believe when I first read the paper. Then they did something that changed everything. In their 2012 study, they tested it on people with schizophrenia. Their reasoning made sense. If this was just the brain making things up, people who already experience hallucinations should see completely different things, right? They saw the exact same things. The same categories of faces, the same transformations, just more intense, more frequent, more real. The experiences felt more real to them than to any other participants. And that's what scared the hell out of the researchers, because it meant this wasn't just imagination running wild. This wasn't your mind getting bored and making shapes out of shadows. This was something fundamental about how our brains process reality. Think about that for a second. Your brain right now, every second you're awake, is constantly building your understanding of what's real, what exists, what doesn't, what you're allowed to see, what it's been protecting you from seeing. 10 minutes. That's all it takes to break that protection. The research team had a theory. Look, I'm not great with the technical terminology, but I'll try to explain what they found. Your brain, it's not actually designed to look at itself, not for long periods. not without breaking contact. There might be a reason we evolved to look away. Dr. Caputo called it the strange face in the mirror illusion. When you stare at your reflection too long, something happens. The part of your brain that recognizes you as, well, you, it starts to slip, like a mask coming loose. And in that gap, that space between what you know is you and what your brain is struggling to make sense of, something else seeps in. The paper calls it dissociative identity effect, but that's just science trying to put words to something older, something we might have always known about, somewhere deep down. Here's the detail that keeps me up at night. These effects, they didn't always stop when people looked away. Some participants reported feeling different afterward, changed, like maybe whatever they saw in that mirror saw them too, and followed them out. The experiment ended. The paper was published. Most people filed it away as just another weird quirk of human psychology. Probably their brains trying to forget what it meant. You know what's really strange about all this? Every culture, I mean literally every civilization we've ever studied, has warnings about mirrors, about looking too long, about what might look back. The Victorians covered mirrors when someone died. Ancient Chinese hung bagua mirrors to trap evil spirits. Japanese Shinto temples had specific rules about reflection. Maybe they all knew something. Maybe Dr. Caputo's research just proved what our ancestors were trying to tell us all along. During my research for this story, I tried it. 10 minutes, dim light, just me and my reflection. I won't tell you what I saw. Some things, some knowledge can't be unknown once you know it, even if your brain tries to protect you, even if you want to forget. But I will tell you this. Next time you're alone and you catch your reflection, pay attention to that instinct, that sudden urge to look away, that pull to break eye contact. Because now you know what that really is. That's not social awkwardness. That's not human nature. That's your brain trying to protect you from seeing what's always been there. What's always been looking back. And now that you understand what that urge to look away really means, well, good luck with your reflection tonight.